So today's video is about The Great Deception by Syd Moore. This is the second in her series that starts with The Grand Illusion. It follows Daphne and Septimus. Septimus will be somewhat familiar to you if you are a fan of Syd Moore and have read her other series, the Essex Witch Museum books, because he's one of the ancestors of Rosie, who is the main character in that series. I found The Grand Illusion, the first book in this, really really because I'm a massive fan of Syd Moore. I don't think she can write anything that isn't a good book. But this one for me lifts the series to a whole new level. This is an exceptional book. I really, really enjoyed it. It follows Daphne, who's set in the Second World War. Daphne and Septimus work for a kind of unusual wing of the army. That's recruited sort of people who were illusionists or worked in the theatre, did all sorts of things, have unusual skills, and they kind of go to investigate things that are a little bit different, and they do unusual jobs for the war. This follows the occupation of Iceland in 1940, and Daphne's out in Iceland to investigate a potential psychic. It then involves a kind of a hunt across Iceland for something, and it's just so superbly written. It really brings the feel of Iceland perfectly to life. Iceland's a truly magical country that does feel so different to anywhere else on earth, and you get that sensation when you're reading this. It's really gone into the history of kind of witchcraft and stuff in Iceland, and it goes to specific parts of Iceland and talks about kind of some of the beliefs of witchcraft and things that are out there, and it also develops the characters from the first series really, really well, and you get to know Daphne and Septimus so much more. If you've enjoyed the Essex Witch Museums, there's a lovely little Easter egg in here to some of the stories that go alongside that series. You also, as I said, you get so drawn into the characters that you can't wait to see what's going to happen in the third book. So I would heartily recommend this series if you've not discovered Syd Moore. She writes such good books with hints about witches and things like that, and they're normally a crime kind of novel with a hint of the supernatural, and they're my heartily recommend to anyone who kind of likes a bit of a supernatural tint to their books. You cannot go wrong with Syd Moore. She writes excellent series of novels, and this is a 5-star read for me.